Good evening, everyone, and welcome to 60 and Beyond with Skylark on my YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing. I am so happy that you're here. I'm very thankful and very grateful that you've taken the time out to watch my vlog. For all you new people, I do this the first Monday of every month. I record on YouTube and then I upload it to my Facebook channel. So if you want to like me on Facebook as well, that's under Christine Larkin. And thank you for subscribing here. You know, I need to build this channel to get more credibility, and then we can go live once I have 1,000 subscribers, and that would really be good. So tonight I'm going to talk about Thanksgiving because we are well into the month of November. We're at November 5th. Just a quick plug, tomorrow, November 6th, is Election Day, so make sure you get out and vote for your local officials. This is a very, very important vote, especially, you know, here on Long Island where I live, and so make sure you take time to vote. I know that most companies allow a couple of hours, so take the time, no excuses, get out and vote. So we're going to talk about Thanksgiving because to me, you know, Halloween has passed. Hope you all had a lot of fun. I know I did. I love Halloween. And it was such a stormy, blistering night. It was absolutely perfect. And before we go on, this past Saturday, Ward and I went up to Sleepy Hollow in Tarrytown, and that was wonderful. We did a walking tour through the cemetery, this magnificent, beautiful cemetery where very notable Americans are buried. Andrew Carnegie, the Helmsleys, who else is there? Rockefeller. Who else wore? There's a lot of, got my accompanist here, not on music tonight, but on information. Who else is there? Of course, Washington Irving. So, you know, it's about an hour and a half drive from Long Island, and it's a beautiful ride. The leaves were still in full, valiant color. So look at my Facebook page. I posted a lot of pictures there. Again, gorgeous. And they have all kinds of tours, and the town is very festive. Sleepy Hollow is its own little town, and then 10 minutes away, it's within Tarrytown, but then the town of Tarrytown has lots of cafes and restaurants and inns. The next time we go, we're going to stay up there because there's a lot to do, and you can't do it all in one day. All right, so I'm going to read quickly a short synopsis of the origins of Thanksgiving. And maybe a lot of us know, but we've forgotten. So this year it is November 28th, 2019, and it's a national holiday in the United States. In 1621, the Plymouth colonists and Wampanoag Indians shared an autumn harvest feast that is acknowledged today as one of the first Thanksgiving celebrations in the colonies. Now, this is before the United States was formed, so we're talking colonists, people who came here to harvest, and this was a celebration of really good crop. Now, you know, Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. I know it's a favorite of a lot of people because there's no gift giving, really. I mean, you can bring things if you want, but it's really a time to come together with extended families and sit around the table and eat this incredible meal. Maybe everybody brings a little something, which is always really nice. So it's almost like a potluck in a way. And maybe the host makes the turkey and the stuffing, but you all contribute. I know at work we're having a lunch on the 22nd, and we're all bringing something. I'm making sweet potato casserole. Oh my God, I could eat the whole thing, so I have to really be careful. It is delicious. So, you know, this Thanksgiving holiday provides such a unique opportunity for family members to spend the day just, you know, engaging with one another. Maybe you have a rule, a good one, to put all cell phones down at the table so that you can really come together and engage well without going on social media. You can post those great pictures later, right? So, you know, it's an intentional coming together and engaging. And we're all so busy and we're running in different directions and kids are out doing, different activities, and parents are involved in things. So it's really hard to come together on a daily basis over a meal. So Thanksgiving is just such a great time to do that. And, usually sitting around the table, you can kind of forget your daily obligations and be thankful for the collective coming together. Excuse me. And the other thing that I wanted to touch on too is that I've lost a few people in the last few years of my life, and I know that most recently a friend, and it was just very sad. And this holiday sort of is a rising of energy, of joy, of thankfulness, of gratefulness for the people that are in our life, for the people who were in our life. And I think a really good idea is to set a place at the table for the people that are no longer with us. I think they can be with us in a spiritual way. They never really go away completely. We know that, their spirit remains, the memories remain. So maybe you want to set the table, set a place for that person. Maybe put a little name tag, where they might have sat, so that they are present. And another really great opportunity on Thanksgiving is to come together in forgiveness. We cannot move on in our lives if we are holding a grudge, if we're holding on to bitterness and anger and even sorrow, which takes longer. But forgiveness for maybe someone you feel wronged you or that hurt you, even someone who passed away and left you and you're angry and you're wondering why. Maybe Thanksgiving is a good time to start accepting what is. And I don't mean accepting fully on that day. I mean a good day to start maybe that pathway in your mind of acceptance for your loss, and maybe embracing your gain. What are you grateful for? What happened in this year that you are so grateful for and so happy for? Life is such an incredible, incredible blessing. And when you think about all of our ancestors who managed to stay alive to give us life, present day, that's a pretty incredible concept. I mean, think about that for a minute. You go back to the beginning of time, the beginning of man. Your heritage, your ancestors gave you life. That's enough to be grateful for in itself, I think. We can get bogged down with the day-to-day and oh my gosh, and the bills and the errands that are endless. It's endless. And as we get older, there's just so much more to do. But I focus on the day that I am in. I really do. And through meditation and yoga and church and prayer and reading, you can really get better at living in the day. Because the day is really all you have. 24 little hours brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. 24 hours. You get that wonderful amount of time to be very present. And what are you going to do with it? Are you going to be productive? Are you going to be happy? Are you going to be sad? Whatever you choose to feel, you got those 24 hours to do it. And then the next day, you start all over. It's amazing. You're born every day. Right? New birth every single day. It's a pretty amazing concept. So think about that for a minute. Think about your blessings. Maybe you just had a grandchild. This is 60 and beyond, so my friends are having grandchildren. And one of my friends recently brought her grandchild home, her grandson, little Hudson, who wasn't doing so well right after birth, and it was a little touch and go. And boy, is it going to be a special Thanksgiving for them. Another friend had little Evie. Another friend had Valentina this year. Another friend had Kane. Who else? I had 5 friends that had grandchildren. Another friend had Charlotte. Who am I forgetting? So that was Kim. Kim had Kane. Barb had Charlotte. Angie had Valentina. Patty had Evie. And I know I'm forgetting someone, Pam. Pam had Hudson. 5 brand new lives to be so thankful for on this Thanksgiving. How amazing is that? To me, that's amazing. And I feel like each of these little babies are part of my extended family. You know, again, we're talking Thanksgiving, extended family. So it doesn't have to be just your immediate family, extended family. And when we get to this age, if we don't have children of our own, which I don't, then my friends' children, I could love anybody. I really could. I don't know. That's just me. But, and especially any baby. Such a blessing. So those are the things that we need to just, you know, with the political climate, with our social climate, injustices everywhere, so we perceive. Maybe our neighborhood is going through a little change. You know, there's a lot of building going on in Suffolk County, so we're seeing a shift. Some good, some, I'll keep it to myself. Maybe, you know, I don't know. Oh, I just saw a leaf fall out my window. It's autumn. It's beautiful. It's getting cold. I'm not ready. I am not ready for the cool air. The cool, crisp air, yes, but I'm not ready for the cold. No, I am not. So think about what you are really, really grateful for. You know, we've all gone through sorrow and loss, profound sadness, but we've all felt profound joy. And that's the thing that I think, when I think about what is it that I want more in my life, it's more joy. And joy is just like, you know, this like feeling of effervescent happiness. You know, maybe more joy in your relationship. Maybe more joy at your job. Interesting, I'm going to share something. The other day, one of my coworkers, I was in a very silly mood. And I had so much fun with Halloween candy. And at one point, I flung it and I kind of hit her desk with it. It was just really silly. And she loved that side of me. Well, I can't always act like that at work. It's not really appropriate. But I was having a moment, and I did, and it was really great. And she said to me, you know, you should show that side of you more often. We really like seeing that side of you. You can be serious at work. Well, I am. I'm busy. And I told her that. And I said, but when that side of me comes out, we're going to have some fun. So maybe, and it changed me. It did. I noticed when I went into work today, I was lighter. So thanks, Ro. That was a good thing. So, you know, more joy, more lightness of being, more gratefulness. You know, when you get grateful, and you're grateful more often than you're thinking about what you don't have, which is the terrible trap. I'm really trying and break that. It's not always so easy, but focusing on what we have and what brings us happiness and joy. And that's what Thanksgiving is all about. The coming together, the extended family. Telling each other, I love you, I'm grateful for you, thank you for whatever, maybe thank you. I thank my siblings for their, I don't know what that was, for their effort, for helping me take care of my brother, Kev, and watching over him. I thank Ward for doing certain things. I make sure that the people in my life who help me know how thankful I am, because I'm doing a lot, and now I'm going to be going back to school. So, finishing my bachelor's degree in professional communications so that I can get better at what I'm doing here on my vlog. And eventually, I would like to lecture with 60 and beyond. So, those are some future goals. I want to take it up a notch because I'm not done yet. There's a lot to talk about, and if I can impact one person with my vlog, with future lectures, then so be it. And I'm basically going to tell my story of my life, and I know that it's going to help someone. So, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Thank you for watching my vlog tonight. I hope that I maybe touched on something that you've been thinking about. And that's all I want to do. I'm just sharing my own thoughts, feelings, experiences, inspirations, joy, sorrow, sadness, gratefulness, all of that stuff that we call life. So, happy Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful evening. Eat lots of delicious food. I will see you in December, and then we're going to talk about the holidays, Christmas and Kwanzaa and what else? 60 and beyond. I get these blank spots. Hanukkah, and maybe you don't celebrate, but we need traditions in our life. They are important. They keep us grounded. They keep us focused. They remind us of why we come together with loved ones. All right, I will see you in December. Have a beautiful Thanksgiving.